Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Hunt the ball. Let's go, family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family.
Hello, football family. Welcome into Huddle It Up Films, Week 9. NFL picks. We're still rocking. Alec is an amazing 68-43. Amazing, maybe as strong of a word. I am 111-0 by my calculations. So that puts me like well into first place. But yeah, Alec doing really well as usual. So Alec, how are you doing this evening, man?
It's good night, dude. If I had betted on tonight's game, I would have lost because I thought the Jets would keep it more competitive. But yeah, I luckily didn't bet on that game. It's actually the first game all season I haven't bet on. So
yeah, we're doing this. There's still some time left, I believe, but yeah, unless the Jets have a furious garbage time fantasy. Good time for fantasy football if you own any Jets, but I'm not sure that you do. But yeah, we're rocking and rolling. Week 9, here we are. Both of us had a so-so week last week, so we're looking to rebound. And it looks like you're kicking us off this week, Alec. Oh, by the way, I have another nice pattern here, so this is gonna be nice.
Oh, nice. All right, let me see. All right, I don't think I know your pattern.
That's because I'm lying. That's
okay. I was looking at my mind. All right, I don't know at this time.
I'm never. You got under my skin. I'm never telling you that again if it happens. No
So,
pattern this week. But what
I'm
we
very
got?
curious.
Good.
Yeah. All right. We'll go ahead. So the Falcons go to the Saints. The Saints are a 6.5 point underdog, or a favorite rather. Favorite. Sorry. Of course they're the favorite because they're totally going to win this game. I'll be with the Saints. They looked really, really good against the Bucs last week. The Falcons are down, obviously. Calvin Ridley. I hope the best for him. But I just don't see how they can win this game, or let alone keep it like that competitive.
Okay. Well, we're starting with a difference of opinion. Good old-fashioned fist fight. I'm taking the Falcons because New Orleans doesn't have a quarterback. Now, Alec, I have had a better read on the Saints than you have this year.
You're right.
I must admit, yeah, I think I predicted them at 11-6 this year, and they're well on their way. So, but yeah, I'm taking Atlanta in this one just because the Saints don't have a quarterback. Falcons are kind of scoring every week with or without hopefully Calvin Ridley's okay. Everything was going on, but Falcons have been scoring. I just, division game, I'm taking the 6.5 points in this one with the Falcons. So the next one shouldn't be as close, I don't think. It's the Dallas Cowboys at home giving 10 points to the Denver Broncos. I went with them Cowboys in this one. Dak coming back. Denver hasn't looked the same. Now, they are getting some pieces back, but it's just been a rough go for the Broncos since a hot start. So I'm going to say that Dallas comfortably wins this game.
Yeah, we agree on this one. Cowboys always cover, as they say, and a lot of the same points you had. I think I could see Bridgewater struggling against the Cowboys defense, and obviously the Cowboys offense is still high-powered, so definitely think it's a good pick. Here's a good one. Patriots at Panthers. Patriots are a 3.5 point favorite. I'm going to go ahead and take the Patriots here. The cross-conference game. I think the Patriots are heating up. Mac Jones is looking better each week. The defense is already good. And the Panthers are the opposite. They've been falling apart lately. CMC is still not going to be available. I mean, it looks like PJ Walker or whatever is going to be playing a quarterback potentially, not Darnold. So nothing good going on over there. So I'll take the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots too. There's just not a lot good happening with this Carolina team. And this is a shame because I feel like if they just had some good quarterback play or solid quarterback play, a little bit of luck, that they could be a playoff team. There's a lot of teams vying for that last spot in the NFC, but not this week. Patriots are getting better as the season goes on. So, yeah, I'll gladly give the 3.5 points, take New England even on the road. So, hometown alert, man. Ravens, Vikings, Battle of the Purple. Battle of the Purple, and well, I call ours a little bit gold. They kind of got a pure yellow going on. But interesting game. Ravens are 6-point favorites at home. I'm taking the Ravens in this game. The Ravens are in a long home stretch. They're coming off a bye. Minnesota's got all these nice pieces. Just finished up the preview show before we're doing this one, Alec. And, the more I think about it, the more I think the Ravens are going to be able to score on this team. So I would say a high-scoring game. I would take the over in this game as well. But I'm taking the Ravens to win by more than 6. I'd say maybe a 10-point game.
I like the sound of that. I didn't predict it in our recap show or our preview show, but I'm gonna go with the Ravens here as well. But it's like completely against my score prediction, right? I said they would win by 3, I think, but I'm gonna take the Ravens here because I'm optimistic. I think similar to you, maybe I've gotten more optimistic as the week's gone on. I think they're gonna come out swinging. They had the bye week, and yeah, so we'll see what happens for sure.
So is that a hometown pick you just made, or you really believe it?
I always believe the Ravens can do anything.
I understand.
Which is
so both. So both. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're the real deal, so it's easy to have that opinion. But yeah, I can see. I mean, it's the NFL, dude. Anything can happen any week. I didn't think that the Bengals would lose to the Jets, but that's what happened last week. So, thank you, Joe Flacco, even though he took 0 snaps.
His presence alone, man. His presence alone.
Just the splash effect. So we got the Browns at Bengals. Bengals are just a 2.5-point favorite. I say just because I think they're going to win this game. I'm going with the Bengals here. We talk about these divisional games being close, but a field goal still covers. I think the Bengals are much more explosive. The Browns have the whole OBJ situation going on, and I imagine their team's not doing great because of it. And I just think they're not playing well. And the Bengals have a lot to prove after that kind of embarrassing loss last week.
I like the Bengals in this game too. I don't have any problem with a 2.5-point spread. Bengals are at home, obviously, which is kind of canceled out by it being a division game since Cleveland's used to going to Cincinnati. But I don't like what's happening in Cleveland. And I have a hard time. Like, I don't think the bettors have caught up to me. Like last week we both nailed that Pittsburgh-Cleveland game. It's just hard when your quarterback is that injured. Baker Mayfield actually looked a little better to me last week, like health-wise. He's still not playing all that great. And, the Bengals have something to prove. The Browns really need this win, but I think both teams need this win. So motivation, cancel each other out. I think the Bengals are the more complete team. Well, a not so complete team is hosting one of the better teams. That's the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have the Buffalo Bills coming to town, and the home team is a 14.5-point underdog. So that's a lot. Should I take the Jacksonville Jaguars at home plus 14.5? Yeah, I'm going to go with them. I'm just going with one turnover, the old one turnover, one play. Bills get bored. It's just a lot of points. I could see this being a 10-point game or so. I think I'm wrong on this one, but for some reason I'm taking the big home dog, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I think you're wrong on it too. But I mean, I get it, dude. It's hard. I mean, that 14.5 too, it's like, it's more than 2 touchdowns. You hate to see it. But I'm going with the Bills here just because I think the Jags are just so poorly managed. And they got a couple of injuries now. So they're not like full strength. And, you just look at it and you're like, Bills defense, they're solid. Jags offense, not so solid. Bills offense, they're good. Jaguars defense, not so good.
Other than that, it could be a close game, though.
Other than that, it could be so close. Yeah, I think the Bills money line here probably returns a cent. So you're probably we all kind of see how this game is probably going to go. But it's just a matter of the points. So
any concern with the Buffalo Bills long term with the lack of running game, the one-dimensional? Like, will that catch up to them in the playoffs?
I mean, obviously. I mean, hello. But no, but I mean, shoot, man. Maybe. I think if you have a good defense and your passing game rocks and rolls in this NFL, like, I don't think you need the running game as much. Obviously, it doesn't travel as well, but I don't know. Like, you have to think about the teams they'll be playing. Honestly, the AFC this year, there's only a couple teams I would be particularly scared of, and variance comes in, they can be fine. I think the NFC is the stronger division this year, so the Super Bowl will be the hardest part if they got there. All right, so next up, Texans at Dolphins. Both 1-7 teams, dude. Isn't that interesting? Dolphins are a 5.5-point favorite, nevertheless. So Vegas thinks the Dolphins are much better than the Texans, despite the even record. I agree. I'm going with the Dolphins here, despite the fact that Ty God is back, and that could help. But I don't think it's enough. I think Tua's been playing pretty decent lately. This team's way better than 1-7, so I'll go ahead and take the Dolphins.
taking the Houston Texans. Your Houston
Oh.
Texans. Yeah, I think Tyrod is actually the best quarterback in this game. I mean, I really, really, I don't know about Tua, man. It looks like his arm strength is college level arm strength, not pro level arm strength. All those things they tried to say about Lamar not being able to throw outside the numbers. Well, I think there's a reason that when Tua is in, you see Gesicki and Waddle's numbers go up. Like, and then the whole 1-7 versus 1-7, like both are bad teams, but I mean they've played poorly. Both teams have played terrible. So 5.5 points. Like, I'm wondering if Miami can score anybody by 5.5 points, and by anybody I mean the Houston Texans, who I predicted would have the worst record. So yeah, I'm Delta in there and going Houston. So yeah, how about that? I picked Houston and the Jags this week, so we'll see how that works out.
Bold take on.
Yeah, bold take. Doesn't sound real good now, man. Like, I want to kind of erase it. Of course, Alec picked the opposite on that, but I am 111-0. So the
Pretty good.
Las Vegas Raiders, 3.5 point favorites at the New York Giants. Just going to keep it to football. I think the Giants are a bad team. The Raiders, I think, are a better team, even with everything going on. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Raiders on the road here. Give the 3.5 points to Daniel Jones and the beat up Giants.
Yeah, it's such a tragedy. It's just sad. I don't really want to talk about it right now, but yeah, the Raiders are a better team. The Giants are still struggling. Now, the Giants do have Saquon, looks like 100% ready to go. Their COVID scare from earlier in the week, looks to not be an issue. It seems like a bad test. But yeah, I'm going to take the Raiders here too. They're just a better team, and I just can't really trust Daniel Dimes to win much. He's just not a quarterback I'm confident in, which goes into my next game here. The Chargers at Eagles. Lock alert. Chargers are a 2-point favorite. Give me that all day long. Chargers are my lock of the week because the Chargers are way better than the Eagles. Way, way, way better. And they've had 2 bad games. I get that, but I would be shocked if they lost this game. In fact, actually, this was not my lock. My previous lock was actually I believe it was the Patriots, but then I changed it because I got further down the line and I saw the Chargers here, Eagles. I was like, this is a gimme, in my opinion, which of course means I'm going to be wrong. My locks are really bad, dude. My locks, like, despite all of our, our
successes.
Competition here, my locks have been terrible this year.
So yeah, it goes to show you don't bet double on your locks unless you're really knocking the locks. Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers too, though, Alec. I actually wasn't. I'm not as confident. I'm not sure. Like, what the X factor in this game to me is the Eagles look like they can run the ball, and we saw with the Chargers, they're just terrible at defending the run. So that's the part of the game that scares me. But overall, I couldn't pick Philly at home with that narrow of a spread. I went with the LA Superchargers. So next game, very interesting one. Can't wait to hear what you have to say on this one. Green Bay at Kansas City. Kansas City -7.5. So the Chiefs have looked just discombobulated all over the place. The Green Bay Packers are coming in without Aaron Rodgers, who did one of the most Aaron Rodgers things, I think, in the history of Aaron Rodgers, which was went to Canada to get immunized.
Right.
Yeah, and then pretty much told everybody he was vaccinated, but didn't really say it. It was very, very cowboy of Aaron Rodgers, very Aaron Rodgers. Like, despite all that, I'm taking the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love because I'm just that Kansas City's defense, man. I can't see them really slowing down Green Bay, even with a replacement level quarterback. So I could be wrong on this one, but 7.5 to Green Bay, who I think is a better overall team. Quarterbacks aside, of course, but big roster talent difference between Green Bay and Kansas City when you take out the quarterback. So I'll take the 7.5 points, take my chances with Jordan Love. That's
cool, dude. Yeah, I think I was talking about this game with my buddy the other day. He's a Packers fan, and he's like calling for Love season. He's like, if you recall, similar thing happened. I mean, obviously COVID, but excuse me. Favre got knocked out for a game or two. Aaron Rodgers came in. He looked good. Also, you have the whole like no one's ever seen Love before, so they might not be able to properly game plan. Also, the Chiefs defense hasn't shown that they can game plan against anything. Uh, all that said, I'm taking the Chiefs, and the reason why is like I could see it falling apart. I mean, this Chiefs team has done nothing but let me down. So when I was looking at this one, I was very tempted to pick the Packers, and like you said, they're just a better team. So I could totally see myself shaking my head and being like, "Why did I do this to myself?" But let's make it fun. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs here at 7.5. Say that they can put on a good show at home and deliver. I was actually kind of surprised that it's not a primetime game, but I guess the Chiefs played primetime last week, so we can't have it all.
Yeah, they only get them so many times.
Yeah, Exactly.
I mean, who can't get enough of Jackson Mahomes on the sideline, man?
Oh
and
God,
Patrick Mahomes' wife. Yeah, I mean, I'd put him in prime time every week with the TikToker dances they do and all that other stuff. Man,
So
poor Patrick Mahomes. Poor Patrick. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, okay. This is me. I forgot. Sorry. So we got the Cardinals at 49ers. At this point, I think this line keeps changing because of Murray's health. So definitely be on the lookout. But right now, the Cardinals were -1. So still favored to win. I'm going with the Cardinals to win this game. It's definitely a close call because if Murray doesn't play, I think it really changes everything. Their offense is really predicated around his talents. And while their defense is good, I think like the 49ers at that point are just overall more well-rounded and sound. So I could definitely see not loving this pick come Sunday if he doesn't play. But I'll go ahead and say the Cardinals figure out a way to win.
This is my lock. I'm taking the Cardinals. I expect Kyler's going to play through this with it being a division game if he can, and I expect that they're going to protect him pretty well. And I think the Cardinals are just clearly a step ahead of the Niners. Division game on the road doesn't bother me that much. So yeah, I'm gonna put my hopes on Kyler, and this is going to be my lock of the week. I didn't like a lot of the other games. I think Cincinnati probably would have been my second choice for lock. I like the New England game. Actually, I kind of like the Raiders. I think that they're undervalued this week just because of everything that's happened with that team. But yeah, I'm going to lock in Arizona. So next game, Sunday Night Football. The LA Rams are at home. Tennessee Titans coming to town. Rams are 7.5-point favorites. I am giving that 7.5. I probably would have gave 10. I just think that the Rams are a better team. I think that the Titans could rally around the loss of Derrick Henry for a week or so. You see how that like teams rally around the loss of their main guy, but man, Derrick Henry just means so much to that team. Tennessee's defense is not one that I believe in. The Rams' offense is cranking it up. So yeah, I'm going to take the Rams. Give the 7.5 points.
Go with the Rams as well. I think my problem with the Titans is I don't trust their coaching staff to be able to pivot well. I think they're just like going to try to like ride Adrian Peterson and McNichols as if like I don't know. I just don't have much hope for that solution working. I think they'd be much better off quickly going to the pass game. I mean, you have Julio Jones and AJ Brown, like they're good, but I feel like they'll be stubborn for a couple weeks. And the Rams are just good. Like I honestly, even with Derrick Henry, I'd be tempted to take the Rams here because the Rams are going all in. They got Von Miller. Their offense is just clicking.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of reasons to say like they're gonna be a tough team to beat in any capacity.
You figure they're going to be juiced up with the Von Miller addition, just that extra confidence. And then I have to throw in, I mean, we try to just stick to the NFL, but I did get Derrick Henry in one league, the number one running back overall. I did not have McNichols because I don't see McNichols as a guy that would take over for Derrick Henry. I think McNichols will be in. You know how this goes when a number one back goes down. They split up his role. So I picked up Peterson off of waivers because I think he's the goal line back. So we'll see how that goes. But it's only a half-point PPR, so it's not like I'm going to rack up a bunch of cheap passes. And so I did. I picked up Adrian Peterson in a league. So I guess you didn't do that this week, did you?
I think I put bids in, but I didn't get him because like other people went crazy. In one of my leagues, he went for like $75, which blew my mind. I guess like they had some money to blow, and they just figured like it's time to get him. But I I think the thing that's funny, dude, I don't know. Like, do you have James Conner in any leagues? I never
No.
play the guy, but he just falls into the end zone twice or once or twice a week, and like it's just like he always puts up points, and I'm like, I never play you. I totally got you as like a handcuff of like in case Edmonds went down, but yeah, it's crazy. Anyhow, last game of the week, very interesting game in my opinion. You got the Bears at Steelers. The Steelers are a 6-point favorite. I'm gonna go with the Bears. The reason I'm going with the Bears is that Fields looked much better last week. I think they might be onto something. They might have figured out how to use him. And I just think the Steelers are like not that great. I don't think that the Bears are necessarily going to win. I just think they might be able to keep it close. I don't love this pick because the Bears have laid eggs many times when I've done this before, like against the Bucks. But I'm here to do it again.
Go Bears. Go Bears.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm taking them. And so we only disagreed on 4 games. We had 9 the same. So for anybody picking or watching the show, go ahead and bet on those 9 games we're agreeing on. But yeah, I'm with you, Alec. I don't think Pittsburgh, even though their offense looks a little resurgent, Bears' strong point is their defense, with or without Khalil Mack, is still a strong group. And, quite frankly, Pittsburgh is a ball-out quick offense anyway. But I see this being such a low-scoring game that the 6 points was too much for me. And I'm just hoping for a Justin Fields, a mobile quarterback, being able to move the ball with his legs a little bit and keep this game close enough. So yeah. And by the way, Alec, I'm not putting up our picks on the screen at the end anymore.
Oh,
and
why?
I'm just because my system crashed the last time I did it. So they're going to have to go through, and viewers are going to have to do the dirty work, man, and watch a whole 20-minute video and like skip ahead and stuff. So tough job.
Yeah, you're seeing the analytics. Everyone's just going to the very end.
yeah. I get the analytics here. Get the analytics. No, football is family. Maybe I'll take the time and type in our picks, but I don't know, dude. Like my whole system crashed and I had backwards numbers. So you know how I get with that kind of stuff. I get old man scared.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Alec's been there, seeing me get old man scared. Was on his show this week. I had no sound in my headset. He asked me to mess with the settings. I said, "No way, Jose." So I sounded like crap on his show just so I could make sure I didn't have any problems here. Tells you what a selfish guy I am. And Alec, I also wanted to ask you, in honor of the Ravens playing the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Minnesota, my favorite musician out of Minnesota is Prince.
Okay.
Cleanse yourself in the lake, on the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Could I get you to sing any kind of Prince lyrics for me right now?
I don't think I know any Prince, to be honest. Like, yeah. The only Prince I know is his excellent guitar solo at the end of "When My Guitar Gently Weeps," from, like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, when he played with George Harrison and everything. Yeah, man.
That was sick. Yeah. I mean, I understand he's very good and whatnot. I really have never got into him, so I can't do that. If you needed some Rush, I could do that, obviously.
Yeah, you got the posters on the back. Yeah, some Neil Peart.
But
so go ahead and sing me Tom Sawyer then.
Here we go. Are you serious?
Go ahead, man.
I mean, a Monday warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer. Mean pride. Yeah, I'm not gonna go hit the high notes. I totally could, but it's like 11:39 right now. I live in an apartment.
Dinner. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll hit it next time.
I'll have to bring out my bass next time. I'll start playing the bass line.
Bring out the bass. I am not Neil Peart though, bro. I can't. I got 2 hands. I can work. But when the foot gets in there, I turn into a mess. So.
I have bongo drums right here.
Yeah, see, I can play those.
So, next time I'll have to like play a little rhythm every time that
you've never heard Purple Rain or When Doves Cry or Little Red Corvette.
I know I've totally heard all those songs. I just have no idea what they actually sound like to like reproduce it for you right now or any of the lyrics.
All right, well,
I've listened to it. I'm sure I have.
He doesn't know what he's missing. So anyway, football family, we're going to go ahead. That was a generational gap right there. We're going to go ahead with it anyway. Prince, great guitarist, underrated guitarist, really talented musician, songwriter. He wrote "Nothing Compares to You." If you've ever heard of that song, covered by Sinead O'Connor and Chris Cornell. Another great Prince song. So anyway, with that musical lesson, we'll go ahead and sign off. Alex, say goodbye to people for me.
See you guys.